Hi, and welcome to Family Sociology. My name is Steve Miller, and I'll be your professor for this course. Now, there's a few things I want to do in this orientation video. A couple of them are just sort of housekeeping things, but also around things that are important for understanding this course. I'm going to touch base briefly on Blackboard, on asynchronous and what that means, and on time management. But I'm also going to touch base and look around and show you where everything will be located that you need to be successful in this class. So let's start off. We're going to look at what is an we'll start off with Blackboard and Georgian. Georgian is going through a process of upgrading from the Blackboard variation that we had a year ago, and is making an adjustment to going into Blackboard Ultra. Now, some of you in my class will already know that because you're in the healthcare programs. They have already started with the new version. Most of the other courses are going to be making that process occur over this semester, but it won't affect you. Liberal arts won't be making this transition until the fall of 23. So we are in the previous version of Blackboard, the older version. So if you've been in class before, this is what you've always been familiar with. Now, the other thing I'm going to touch on is it's highlighted in the first announcement, and that is this is an asynchronous online class. Now, unlike your other classes, if you're in class, you attend that class every week on the same day, the same time, and with the same students. And that's called synchronous. You can have a synchronous online class where you meet again at the same time and on the same day, but online. This is asynchronous online, which just means we don't have a specific time that we meet. It's why it doesn't show up on your timetable. So you have to make the time in every week to come into this shell and do your work. So it's why time management is so important. So this will be repeated a few times in some of the content that you'll read in this class, that it's asynchronous and that time management is really important. Time management is so important. It's really just about putting the dates and the times of when things are expected to be completed, when the due dates are. In my class, tests are open for 5 days, the Monday to Friday. Journals are open for 2 weeks. So you have a period of time by which to go in and do these things. So you really need to put those due dates in a calendar so that you can see them on a regular basis. Now, as you can see in this announcement, if we come way down, there's an orientation quiz. This video that you're watching now isn't located in the orientation video and introduction because I'm making it right now. But it'll be up here in this particular announcement. So once you've watched this video and have accessed your syllabus, I think it's important then you go ahead and do this quiz. Now, this quiz is going to close on January 27th at 5 p.m. It will not be available to complete again. So you have a couple of ways to access this quiz. I'm going to show you one right now. In an announcement, when there's a quiz or a test, it provides you with a link that will take you directly to that quiz or test. So if I click it, there's the quiz. It's in week 1, which is where I've put the quiz. And all you need to do is to start by going to begin, and one question at a time will come up. You answer it. The information that is needed to complete this quiz comes from this video that you're watching, and it comes from your syllabus. So those are 2 things you need before you complete this test. Okay, let's come back to the announcements. Now, partly where I want to go is I'm going to start you with contacting Steve. If you want to reach out to me, how do you do it? Then I'm going to get into where I put everything and how you access everything. Now, you may check your grades, and you may need to go to Tools to get to your group. Now, that will make more sense when we get to the assignment. So let's start with contacting Steve. Now, Every Wednesday, I do not respond to student emails. Now, it's the day that I continue to make additional videos. So it's helpful for me to have uninterrupted time and quiet where I can make these videos and not have all kinds of activity going in the background. So Wednesdays is my day to do that. Now, when you do email me, there are some protocols that are important. This is protocols that will get you ready for the work world because these are things that are expected. One is always put in a subject in your email. Do not send me an email with no subject. I will not respond. If you don't tell me which class you're in, now we're talking about family sociology, but I also teach psychology 2, criminology, and lifestyle management. If you have a question, let's say about your assignment, I can't help you if I don't know which class you're in. And please, your first and last name. So those are the 3 things that needs to be a part of every email. And I respond quickly, usually within the same day, often right after you email me. So please adhere to that. Now, if you rather meet me through WebEx, MS Teams, or Zoom, send me an email. Let me know what you want to meet me about and when you can meet me. And I'll reply with, I can meet you at that time as well. And here's a link. So I'll open up the room about 5 minutes before our scheduled time, and then we can meet. All right? Now, the other thing I should mention here, I have a Georgian College email account, as do you. It's important when you email me that you only use your Georgian College email. The Ontario Privacy Commissioner has indicated that we are not to be responding to student personal emails. So please, only use your Georgian College email. Okay, let's move on to where I locate things. Now, I've indicated this as weekly learnings based on your syllabus. So your syllabus is also 14 weeks. There's week 1. It goes all the way down to week 14. So your syllabus will have a week 1, and in it says that this particular content will be there and that this quiz is available inside of week 1, and we'll show you that in a while. I want to start within your syllabus and assignments folder. Now, you're going to find your syllabus, your assignment, the quintile assignment required resources. You're going to find your journal assignment there, all of which you need to download and print. Or in the case of your required assignments, you need to get those and have them accessible. I've also put a semester planner, which will help organize, and it's a choice whether you use it or not, and a course outline. So I've indicated that it's really important that you print and put these due dates into a calendar because there is no extensions unless you follow the college policies and procedures or you have an accommodation letter from Student Services. So let's have a look. Just click. There's our syllabus. And again, I'm reminding you. So let's go have a look inside. Now, our syllabus is pretty straightforward. A little brief description. How to get a hold of me. Yes, your textbook is required. Now, part of the benefit of having this textbook is that when it comes to test time, you can have whatever notes that you've written in your text or any highlights that you've made while watching my videos to see what content was covered and how it was covered. It would be helpful because then you can use that during your test. Your notes, your textbook are all available for you when you write your test. The college policies is an important web location on the Georgian site you should probably review. And student services. These are services that you pay for through your tuition, and they are available for you to help you with your academic journey. Now, this element here is about student evaluation, and I think it's important that I note that it happens from time to time in courses where students will choose or forget to do something. Now, let's say, for example, and this happens, where a student might choose or forget to do any of the journals. Now, in this class, our weighting is just the amount things are worth. We have 3 tests. One is worth 12% of your mark, one is worth 14, and the other is worth 14. Together, they are 40% of your mark. 30% for the assignment and 30% for the journal. You don't do the journals, you're now having to get Now if you get perfect on all 3 tests and the assignment, you'll get a maximum of 70%. Now you might not find that to be adequate, and the likelihood of getting perfect on everything is really not too significant. So make sure you put everything in a calendar and don't miss stuff. Okay, there's a brief description about tests, just to give you some idea. But when we get into the syllabus, again, there's the 14 weeks. Right there, just like in Blackboard. And the dates are in Blackboard as well as here. So please make the point of jotting these down in a calendar. Okay? So let's get out of that. There's your assignment. Now I've put you, there's the assignment right there. Now there's a quick overview that looks at some of the scenario information, and that's this document here. This assignment overview is this document. I've also put in some content. The group contract needs to be completed by no later than the 4th of February. And so the contract is in here. You've got some information on the poverty consequences and patterns that'll help you with your summary. The Canada's Food Guide. I think one of the things you'll find is how difficult it is to adhere strictly to the Canada's Food Guide. You will be making some choices that don't necessarily fit this. You need to explain that. Okay. Then I've also gone to Stats Canada and have created a breakdown of expenditure for Canada and Ontario, and just Ontario only, about the data on expenses by quintil. Now, quintils are really just the way that researchers divide populations for economic purposes is what are known as quintils. And there are 5 quintils. They divide the population into 5 groups, 20% in each group. You're going to be doing this assignment. There's your scenario, your family, Bill and Ann and their family. You're going to use them as a way of adhering to the expenses of people living in a quintil 1. So these are all important to you. You need to download these and use them all. Read the instructions carefully. Now, if you've got any questions, please email me with questions, but use the protocol. Now, I've made a semester planner for you. These are not required, but it may help you organize your classes, the assignment type that you're doing, the dates in which those things are due. When did you start to do your planning or studying or work on your assignment? When did you hand it in that you can confirm you've done it? What mark did you aim for? What mark did you earn? It's not a required document, but it may help you out with time management and organizing. The last document is your family sociology course outline. This is kind of like our agreement or contract between you and Georgian College, but it also serves that if you go to another post-secondary college and need to take a course that you've already taken, you need the course outline for that college to compare our course to their course to see if you can get an exemption. So you may find this helpful, in which case download it, and you may need it, you may not. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I've made some support videos just in case you need. This online success is just to help you with time management. It also looks at, I've given you some tips on how to strengthen your Wi-Fi or improve your internet connection wherever you are. Remember, I cannot fix your Wi-Fi from at my place. So you need to do some investigation of how you can improve your own experience. If you're doing a test and your Wi-Fi gets really, really weak and it drops you off the test, I cannot fix it. So please watch this video and see how else we can get some help for you to make sure that your connections are good. This next document is everything that gets posted must be posted as a PDF document. So if you're not sure how to do one, I've made a video on how to do it with a PC and how to do it with a Mac. Lastly is just a reminder about time management again and how to make your device calendar be effective for you. And so I made a video on how to do that in case you don't know. Now let's go down to week 1. Week 1 here, I've got the quiz. So there's the second way. The first way was in the announcements with the link there. The second way is to go to the week that's in the syllabus that says where your quiz will live, and it will stay here until the 27th of January. And then if you come back to week 1 on the 28th, you will not see this quiz. It will disappear, and it's no longer available. Now, typically, this is what I provide for videos. So all you need to do, this is your content, chapter 1. Click it. Hi. Hi. See, here you can just go full screen. You'll find this a lot easier on your eyes. I try to make everything in HD. If you do not see HD here, click, go to quality, click on it. It'll be high quality. Welcome to Family. There you go. So that's what it is. Every week I put either 2 or just 1. It just depends on the chapter content. All right. Now the other thing I want to show you is a journal. Now you might be seeing here red, 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 and then not red. Why did I do that? Everywhere there is something for you to do that costs or earns you grades, I've made red. Everything that has nothing but just content are clear. So if you see a red, it means you've got something there for you to do that earns you grades. So here's journal 2. All you do for journals, 1, you can type right in, but if you're going to use a Word or a Pages document or other software, save it as a PDF. If you don't know how, go back to the support videos and see how it's made. So you just click on it. I will provide you with 1 or 2 videos to watch and a brief reflection. Just make sure your reflections are 3 paragraphs, not 3 sentences, 3 paragraphs. If you're going to be posting a document, PDF, and when this is closed. Journals, when they're closed, disappear and you won't see them. So if you go to look for a journal and it's not there, it's probably because you missed it. Okay? Now, in addition, we'll go back to week 2. And then here, I want to show you your assignment folder. It's actually, we go to find your group. If everything worked out well, you will see it right down here. You'll be either in group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. I think that's all we have. Now, if you don't see it down here, go to Tools, and we're going to go down here till we see Groups. Click. Now, we're not seeing them here. However, I've got images, bang and bang, that shows you basically what you'll see here. Now, because what I'm showing you is all the groups, I'm showing you that from a faculty view. Your student view will only show 1 group. That's it. That would be the 1 group you're in. And the element there that's called File Exchange is where you will either post your contract, certainly, and where you can post your assignment. All right? You just go in and create, and then you can post. Okay, let's come back here. I think that's about all I really need to express to you. Okay, I think you should know where everything is. At any time you don't understand, please feel free to view this video again. I'm going to be posting it in the announcement. I'll post it in week 1, and I may also just post it in weekly learning at the top, just so you have access to it to get this information. But I think that's everything I wanted to cover. So everybody, good luck, and I'm really looking forward to this semester with you. Bye for now.